cap. No, we're putting a cap. 85 overall or below. That's it. We ain't season today. I bet. I bet. We good. This is my first time playing Madden. I thought they'd be like 99, 95, or whatever if they won Super Bowl. It's good that they put them niggas where they supposed to be at. Let's do it. The video is called, I believe it's called Dwill Destroys Eric Part 2. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we ride. We earn 30 years so you can say we got. Dream turn live off the board, unlike you and your chest man. Yeah, sounds good. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set?
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. 56. I got it. Here we go.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play his own defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40. Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Off the edge, the sack by Reggie Ragland. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe bring...
Oh, Prescott stripped!
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
At their own 20-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Speaking of Damian Williams, great Super Bowl, 17 carries, over 100 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. Charles, he also had one through the air. Did you think he would have that type of a game?
I wasn't sure that we would see that type of a game, but I knew he would be a part of their offense in terms of trying to break down what San Francisco does, that he would get the bulk of carries. But did I see 104 yards on the ground and a touchdown? Probably not. Did I see him catching one as well, 133 yards of total offense? Probably not. But give him his due, because now in his postseason career, which is 6 games, 5 of them with Kansas City, 1 with Miami, he scored 11 touchdowns. Wow. So on the big stage, the big lights, he produces, and he actually won the battle between undrafted free agent running backs because his total versus Raheem Mostert, who ran for, I believe, 58 yards and a touchdown for San Francisco, advantage Kansas City, advantage Damian Williams.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. A first down carry by Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reach.
And he's going to go down again. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. There he goes left side. 2 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
I named it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
At the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Go right in. Right there. Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Right in. 31. Check 31. Here we go. Go to 54. Right in. 56 to Mike. 56. Check Mike. 26.
Now Prescott. That's complete to Cobb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56. Mike's 56. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? Kill. Give me some. Give me some. Here we go. Check.
And again, it's Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, we're not able to find any yardage on that one.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Prescott throwing complete to Cobb. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Throwing, Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Robert Quinn. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now here's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 2nd down, it's Williams. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. There he goes, Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 75 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. They'll run it with Williams. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Williams. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay? But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you get deep
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Reggie Ragland able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reggie Ragland getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott! Connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
From the 22,
Gotta pick that off, bro.
It's Kelsey on the ground. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
Beautiful pressure.
We love our jobs. And pretty
I
much
would say
any play we
double
see,
cover.
we're pretty, excited about. For big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Check 99. Check 99. Attack. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. 36.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
That's an interception. I ain't never pressed triangle so fucking hard in my life.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Bro. Oh my God, bro. That is straight cheese and Tyreek Hill. This is cover 4, bro. What the hell? That's Tyreek Will. Like, that's literally all cheese. That takes no skill to run out of pocket into pressure and launch it down court to somebody who's not even fucking open. Fucking animation is gay. So fuck. That's beautiful defense. It should have been an interception to play before. This should be my ball.
For the start of the third quarter, the Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive,
harder than what it needs to be.
but not just that. They had a
Nigga would get smacked by Evan and Malcolm real easy.
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense.
He got that.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. To throw, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left.
Why are you not staying on the fucking dude?
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run.
Oh
able
my
to
God, it's like I have to use everybody by myself.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Like crazy, bro. What the fuck?
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Williams. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Fight on these two, fight on these two. Strip the ball.
On third down, here's Williams. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go out, 80. Hey, 43, 43, 15. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Chopper, chopper. Slam, slam. Sponge, sponge, sponge.
On first down, it's Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On second down, Williams. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll buy some time right. He may try and...
Bro, oh my God.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
These niggas don't know how to play football.
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their
what
lead.
The fuck does it take to move your feet over and stop being a dumbass?
Pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw, Prescott, and he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Watch the curl, watch the move.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Check.
They'll run on 1st down. Williams. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Check 13. Check 13.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception.